In page 2, I rolled up my sleeves and started pulling Rhapsody's old heart out, her old gas motor. Now on page 3, the work continues. I hit my first real snag, but just when frustration sets in, a surprise visitor comes swimming by. It's another beautiful day. It's just perfect. Upper 70s, sunshine, a nice breeze, 12 to 15 knots. Coming in the right direction, right through the boat. Should be a perfect day for working on a motor. So today, I am going to build a block to secure the prop shaft. And then I'm going to unbolt this motor and see if I can't hoist it out of here. The first thing is to get that prop shaft secured. So I'm going to work on that first. And it's going to be a little trial and error. I want to make sure that it stays exactly where it's at right now. So it does not move at all. So yeah. Could pull this motor out today. We'll see. If not today, it'll probably be tomorrow. And then lots of elbow grease, lots of scrubbing and more scrubbing. It's exciting. It's been a little more work than I anticipated, but it's fun work. I don't mind this kind of work. I'm learning a lot about the Atomic 4 that I didn't realize I didn't know, which is kind of cool. It's a really good motor. It just, I don't know what happened. I'll dig into it a little bit more after I get it out, where I can, pull the head off and get a better look at the motor and see if I can figure out what happened. So I'm assuming I have a crack in the head somewhere or a little pin leak in the cylinder wall or something is what I'm assuming. So, like I said, I'll see if I can figure that out just because I'm curious of what happened. After I pull it out. Alright, let's get at it. Well, my heart's thumping a bit. I gotta loosen up the stuffing box in order to rotate the shaft enough so I can get to the last bolt that's holding the coupler on the prop shaft. And this stuffing box has been tight for 3 years to not allow any water to drip through. Since it wasn't running, I tightened it up. The little bit of water that comes through is lubrication and coolant. Basically works as a lubricant and a coolant. And typically you get about a drip every 3 seconds or so. Everyone has their own opinion on that, but everything I've read says every 2 to 3 seconds should have a drip. The prop shaft is seized in the stuffing box here, and when I try to turn the prop shaft, the whole stuffing box wants to turn, and we can't have that because if that boot cracks, then we've got water will come in. So I've tried a few things to break the prop shaft free. There's a dolphin swimming in the canal. Here he is. He was not really. It was just kind of surface, but didn't come out. Where is he? Oh my gosh! Yeah, scared me. It scared me. He came up and blew right here. Yeah, there he is. Oh, he's playing with your dinghy. That was cool. It came up and bumped the dinghy with his nose. It's always fun when the dolphins and the manatees come into the canal. Sometimes the manatees will come right up to the dock, poke their little faces out of the water as if they're saying hi. I've put in a day and a half of ideas trying to break free that prop shaft, with no success. I have one more thing to try that came from a good friend of mine. I have an idea on, I was given an idea on how to potentially break loose the prop shaft, so I'm going to give that a try today. My buddy Don from back home messaged me and gave me a good idea, so I'm going to give that a try today, see if that works. Other than that, I'm going to start ripping out everything from basically the engine compartment back to the stern. Down in there there's storage, so a lot of that's going to come out, and the old blowers and that kind of stuff, which I'm not going to need anymore. I'm going to take all those out. This is going to give us much more room for more stuff. So yeah, that's about it. I'll be in the stern of the boat most of the day today, down into the lazarette and engine compartment, just removing stuff. And I'm going to give that prop shaft a try today. So yeah, hopefully that'll break loose. That'll be exciting. Let's get started. I've got a lot of it emptied out. I'm gonna start pulling off components now, that stuff that I won't use anymore. I won't need all the choke levers and the transmission levers and all that kind of stuff will all come out because it will not be necessary anymore. So that's gonna be nice. It'll open up a lot of room for some storage and room to move around a bit back here. So I'm starting to take off all the cables, the throttle cable, shifter cable, choke cable. I've already moved them from the motor. Got to take them off from this mounting board they have here. They're all pretty bulky and stiff pieces that don't need to be in here anymore and are just in the way right now. So I'll get all those pulled out, and that'll give me a little bit more room. I'm working on trying to get the exhaust manifold off. This guy here, the exhaust pipe, this is where the exhaust comes out. Went through a marine type muffler, I guess you call it. And this is a bit higher than the bulkhead here. So the motor will come out if we angle it up, but I think it would be a lot easier, a lot less monkeying around if I can get this exhaust manifold off. I tried to pull off just the pipe, but it's so rusted on, seized on, that I can't get the thing off. So I thought I'd try to remove the exhaust manifold, the whole thing. So it's a bit loose, but it wiggles a little bit. But the thing won't come off right now, so figure that out. I think it'll also take a little weight off, another 10 pounds or so. So every pound will make a difference. It's warm down here. Yeah. Almost. Sitting on that fucker. So yeah, I think they built the boat around this engine. Ow! 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 Yeah! Success! Shit! Alright, we're gonna cut now. Rubber hose. Oh, it's more than 10 pounds. Oh shit. Getting my shirt all dirty.
Back at the prop shaft.
My buddy Don gave me an idea. Don from back home put some duct tape on the shaft, a pipe wrench, and another wrench, and a little bit of force. Let's see if that works. Alright, let's give it a go. That worked. The prop shaft is free. It turns now nicely. It didn't take a ton of force, but enough that made me a little bit nervous when I was cranking on it, but look at that. She turns. Thank you, Don. That's a good idea. So now I can move on to the next step. That's to secure the prop shaft so it stays lined up and remove that coupler that connects the prop shaft to the motor. Getting close. That was my finger. Yeah, got it. Boy, I spent a lot of hours down here trying to figure all this out. One bolt left to take out. One single bolt. And then this motor is free. Then I need to figure out how I'm going to get it out of here. I was going to use the boom as a crane, so to speak, but I'm not comfortable with that. It's just an aluminum tube, and I know it can take a lot of weight, but I'm afraid to put that much weight in one spot. I'm afraid it's going to fold, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to use a couple 2x4s across the companionway hatch, and I'll hoist the motor out that far, and then I'll commandeer a couple buddies in the neighborhood to help me hoist it off the boat. So it weighs about 300 pounds, 275, 300, something like that, so it shouldn't be horrible if we have 2 or 3 of us. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and remove this bolt and go from there. I'm excited to get this out. Once I get this out, then I'm going to go around and scrub everywhere. Scrub all this filthiness out of here and give it a good cleaning, and then wash it down with acetone and give it a good coat of paint. Make it nice and clean and crisp again. Alright, well I'm going to go ahead and get this last bolt out. Last one right there. That's it. She's free. Now I'll see if I can move this thing.
After days of wrestling, wrenching, and rethinking the plan more than once, the motor is finally free. One more step closer to going fully electric. And in the next chapter, I'll be hoisting the beast off Rhapsody, solo. Let's just say it took some creativity. You're not going to want to miss this. Thank you for watching, and coffee's on as always.